Fire has always shaped the world of One Piece. Ace burned bright and fell. Akainu's magma enforces absolute justice. But somewhere beyond the red flames of the past, a new fire is rising. A fire so hot it turns blue. This is Sabo's true power, the Revolutionary Army's chief of staff, Dragon's right hand, and the man destined to awaken a flame capable of changing the world itself. Sabo was never meant to stand in anyone's shadow. Sabo is not just Luffy's brother. He is the third pillar of a legendary trio. Luffy possesses Conqueror's Haki, Ace possessed Conqueror's Haki, and Sabo? As the second in command of the Revolutionary Army, Sabo cannot remain the only brother without this kingly power. To truly challenge the celestial dragons in the world government, Sabo must awaken the same will that flows through his brothers. This power was never missing. It was waiting. Master of Advanced Observation and Armament, Sabo already operates at the highest tier of combat. Advanced Observation Haki Sabo reads intent before attacks even begin. In large-scale battles, this allows him to navigate chaos flawlessly, striking weak points others can't perceive. Advanced Armament Haki. His Armament Haki destroys from the inside. When Sabo grips something using Dragon Claw Fist, the damage detonates internally, bypassing durability entirely. This foundation makes his future power terrifying. The awakening of Conqueror's Haki. Conqueror's Haki isn't trained. It emerges under pressure. Sabo stands against Admirals. He declares war on gods. He carries Ace's will and Dragon's cause. His Conqueror's Haki awakens not as a roar, but as suffocating pressure. When Sabo infuses it into attacks, his strikes don't just break bodies, they break resolve. If you're enjoying the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and become Straw Hat member. Now let's get back to the video. The Flame Fruit was never complete. The Flame Fruit is a Logia, and Logia awakenings reshape the world. Punk Hazard proved this. Akainu and Aokiji permanently altered an island's climate through prolonged battle. Sabo's awakening follows this same principle, but his fire doesn't evolve outward, it intensifies. Blue flames. Fire at its absolute limit. When Sabo awakens his Devil Fruit, his flames turn blue. Blue fire represents the hottest temperature fire can naturally reach. This isn't flame meant to spread, it's flame condensed into pure energy. The air ionizes, the ground melts into glass, metal disintegrates. This awakened state is known as Azure Flame. Sovereign Sabo no longer creates fire, he defines heat. Awakening effects. The Punk Hazard parallel. Like Punk Hazard, Sabo's awakening changes the environment, but instead of ice versus magma, it's existence versus annihilation. The battlefield becomes a superheated domain where other Logia abilities weaken under overwhelming thermal pressure. Dragon Claw Fist meets Blue Flames. Now comes the nightmare. Sabo combines Awakened Blue Flames, Advanced Armament Haki, Advanced Conqueror's Haki, Dragon Claw Fist Mastery. Every strike becomes a claw of compressed heat and willpower. What Sabo grabs doesn't burn, it evaporates. Sabo's named attacks: Ryukin, Azure Talon, a Dragon Claw strike coated in Blue Flame, and Conqueror's Haki. Blue Emperor's Grip, Internal Destruction Haki, and Extreme Heat detonate targets from within. Flame Sovereign Breaker, a downward punch releasing a massive blue fire shockwave. Heaven's Scorch Rend, crescent-shaped blue flame slashes that tear through the battlefield. Awakened Art, Eternal Blue Cataclysm, a superheated domain where enemies are consumed by heat, pressure, and broken will. Ace's fire burned bright and faded, but Sabo's flame burns blue. Focused, relentless, Sabo's new bounty. From previously 602 million to now 2.06 million berries. Higher than current Yo commanders at the moment, but lower than the lowest Yonko bounty. Why the world government panics. This bounty is not about raw combat alone. It's about what Sabo represents. Second in command of the Revolutionary Army, publicly crowned Flame Emperor, a symbol that rivals the Yonko. Direct witness to Imu, the Shadow Sovereign, the world is not supposed to know exists. Survived Maria Joyce and escaped with information that could burn the celestial dragons to ash. Commands global revolutions without a pirate flag. The world government does not just want Sabo dead, they want the idea of Sabo erased. Sabo's future battles. Now the fun part. These are not random matchups, these are thematic collisions. Sabo versus Akainu, fire versus magma, past versus present. This is inevitable. Akainu killed Ace. Sabo inherited Ace's will and flame. This fight will not be about who burns hotter, it will be about whose justice survives. Expect advanced armament coating his flames, Dragon Claw Fist evolving into Flame Dragon God techniques, Akainu forced to acknowledge that his absolute justice created a greater enemy than pirates. This fight either ends with Akainu scarred permanently or removed from power. Sabo versus Greenbull Revolution versus Control. Greenbull represents enforced order through oppression. Sabo represents liberation through destruction of the old world. Fire that burns forests to create new land. This is a short but brutal fight meant to show Sabo's flames can burn even Logia regeneration at a conceptual level. The Revolutionary Army can defeat Admirals without dragons stepping in. Sabo versus the God's Knights. Not one, multiple. This is where Sabo becomes terrifying. Outnumbered, deep in enemy territory, fighting warriors trained to kill legends. Sabo wins not by overpowering them, but by inspiring rebellion mid-battle. Slaves rise, guards hesitate, the Holy Land fractures. This is the moment the world government realizes they are fighting a movement, not a man. This will not be a solo final boss fight, but Sabo will clash with Imu again. His flames resist Imu's shadow-like power longer than anyone expects. He confirms to Luffy and Dragon that Imu is real. He becomes the living proof that the empty throne is a lie. Sabo is the torchbearer that exposes the darkness. Sabo and Luffy side by side, not rivals, not replacements. Brothers standing together as Sun God, Flame Emperor. This moment shakes the world more than Marineford ever did. When the final war ignites, the world government won't fear red flames. They will fear the silent blue fire of revolution. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and become a Straw Hat member. Comment your thoughts and suggestions down below, and see you in the next video.